Today is a huge day in the video game world and nobody was expecting it. Sony just dropped a bomb and started the next-gen console war. That's right, guys. Check this out. PlayStation tweeted out just a few hours ago, get a sneak peek at PlayStation's next-generation plans with an exclusive article from Wired that details some info about this next console. Now, this is not like an official reveal. We can't see it. We don't know what it's going to be called. We don't even know when it's going to come out. We know for a fact it's not going to be in 2019. Could be in 2020, 2021, who knows. But it does give us some details on some of the features and upgrades and stuff that they're focusing on and what exactly the next generation of consoles is going to mean, which is obviously very, very exciting. And obviously, Xbox is going to be close in tow, but we're going to talk about that at the end of the video. So let's get into this article. It's a pretty lengthy article, as you guys can see here. I read through it already. I kind of highlighted the important parts, and we're going to talk about those. Now, right off the bat, they want to make it very clear that this is the next generation. Like, it's the next flagship model. It's not a small upgrade like a PS4 to a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One to an Xbox One X. Like, this is the real deal. This is the next major installment of console for the Sony brand. And you guys can see it says the key question is whether the console adds another layer to the sorts of experiences you already have access to, which is like those minor upgrades, or if it allows for fundamental changes in what a game can be. And the answer in this case is the latter. So that's pretty exciting, and honestly, it lines up really well. PS2 came out in 2000. PS3 came out in 2006, and then PS4 came out in 2013, so that's 6 years and then 7 years. It's 6 to 7 years since the PS4 release now, so totally makes sense there. Xbox is the same way. 360 came out, I think, a year earlier in 2005. The Xbox One came out in 2013 alongside the PlayStation 4. I think it was like a month later or whatever, so yeah, it totally makes sense. Like, this is the time. We kind of saw it coming a little bit, but at the same time, there's been no talk about it, so nobody knew what was going on. So it's kind of crazy that all of a sudden, out of the blue this morning, this console war is kicking off. It's very exciting. Now, the major obvious changes here are going to be to the CPU and to the GPU. I mean, look at any other console, next generation refresh. Everything's going to be snappier. The graphics are going to be way better. Just everything in that department is going to be improved. You guys can see here, it says a console CPU and GPU become more powerful, able to deliver previously unattainable graphical fidelity and visual effects. System memory increases in size and speed. Obviously, I think there's supposed to be a 2 terabyte hard drive in this bad boy. And game files grow to match. Now, this part right here, I don't like. Obviously, we already have massive games. I mean, Red Dead was like 100 gigs or something like that. That is getting kind of out of hand. I mean, there's nothing to do to stop it. They're going to keep cramming more and more into these games. We need, like, internet speeds to catch up because it's getting ridiculous. We're going to start to need multiple discs, and download times are going to be even more insane than what they already are, but I guess it's just something we're going to have to live with. Obviously, bigger, better looking games are going to be a good thing, but that is going to be one negative there. It says the PlayStation's next generation console ticks all of those boxes, starting with an AMD chip. I'm not going to go through all these details, but basically, it's going to be a third generation of the Ryzen line with 8 cores. Oh my goodness, that's insane. The GPU will support ray tracing, a technique that models the travel of light to simulate complex interactions in 3D environments. So ray tracing is one of the biggest changes that they're adding to this. It's going to really drastically improve the realism of games. So ray tracing's immediate benefits are largely visual. It mimics the way light bounces off of objects in a scene. So here is an example image of ray tracing off versus ray tracing on. Take a look in the puddles there. Like, little details like that are going to become that much more real when ray tracing is enabled and perfected and on this beastly new machine. So that's going to be pretty cool. Obviously, that's going to be a big improvement in the realism factor. Now, not only is that going to improve the look of the end product, but it also helps out in other areas of the development, which I found kind of interesting. So here it says that if you wanted to run tests to see if the player can hear certain audio sources or if the enemies can hear players' footsteps, ray tracing is useful for that. So you're going to be able to see how things bounce off of things and where that sound is going to end up, which is kind of cool. So it says that the AMD chip also includes a custom unit for 3D audio that's going to redefine what sound can do in a video game. He says, as a gamer, it's been a little bit of a frustration. The audio didn't change from PS3 to PS4, which it didn't. Same on the Xbox side of things. But he says that with the new console, it's going to be dramatically different. And it's going to work on TV speakers and in surround sound, but the gold standard is going to be in headphone audio. So for those of us who play with headsets, that's going to get a lot better. I mean, obviously right now, like when you're playing Fortnite or Call of Duty or anything else, you can kind of hear what's above you, what's behind you, what's in front of you or below you, whatever else. Like there is directional audio, but that's like baseline directional audio. It's going to get way more realistic, way more intricate. You're going to be able to hear way better, hear, you know, different sources of stepping on grass versus dirt versus concrete. And it's going to be crazy. I'm really, really excited for that. Obviously, VR is a pretty big focus of PlayStation's. I think VR has a huge kind of niche in the gaming community in the future. I think we're only in the early stages here, and I want to start posting more videos. Don't you guys worry. I know I've been talking about that. It's coming, but if we have a brand new, much more powerful console, VR is going to get much better. No? Absolutely. Of course it is. So, unfortunately, he did say that I won't go into details of the VR strategy today, beyond saying that VR is very important to us and the current PSVR headset is compatible with the new console. Now, there have been rumors that there's going to be some sort of a new PSVR headset coming out with this. I would not be surprised at that at all. You know, the current PSVR is pretty far behind when you look at like Oculus and some of the other options, the Vive and whatever else out there, especially in like graphics and stuff. So I would imagine they're going to come out with a headset with at least better graphics, a higher resolution in it, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. We could see some wireless VR headsets and other stuff too, but again, they don't want to talk about that yet. Now this next part is arguably the most exciting enhancement for this next gen console. Like I am so excited just thinking about this. So earlier I said that the rumor is there's going to be a 2 terabyte hard drive in this console, right? More space is going to be great. However, it's going to be a 2 terabyte SSD. So this is going to be massive. Now, obviously, you know, you've got like SSDs and laptops and PCs and stuff like that. That really increases the speed of things. But what Sony's built is a little bit more specialized. And they did a side-by-side test on Spider-Man. You guys remember the Spider-Man game? Absolutely beautiful, huge open world. The entire city's alive. There's so much going on. That's a very intricate, very detailed, very heavy game. And obviously there was fast travel in that game. So they did a fast travel test between a PS4 and a PS5 dev kit on the same game, same everything, just to see what those load times would be. On the PS4, when they fast traveled, it was 15 seconds from when you pressed the button, when it loaded it up, and then Spidey was back in the game. In the PS5 dev kit, it was 0.8 seconds. Can you guys imagine that? Like, I just honestly kind of got chills. Like, think about all the implications of that when you're fast traveling in games. There's no loading screen whatsoever. You're just instantly there. It just happens instantly. Think about, like, loading screens in COD. When you're loading up the map, there's no more of that. Like, you're in the pregame lobby, you get like 30 seconds to change your class, and then boom, you're already in the game, you're going. It's just happening. There's no, like, 1 minute wait period while everything loads up. Like literally every game out there can benefit from something like that. So that's really exciting. Now, the question is it going to stay that good even with like improved games, with higher graphical fidelity and more stuff going on? It's probably going to slow it down again, and who knows, you know, once they kind of master this new console and we're 6 years into the new console, we're going to be back to the longer loading times. But at least at first, with what we currently have, it's going to be snappy, it's going to be quick, there's going to be no downtime, and you're going to get that instant satisfaction, which is obviously very, very exciting. And moving on, it talks more about what they were doing when they were slinging around Manhattan. It says it'll support 8K graphics, which is insane, but obviously there aren't many 8K TVs, so they're playing downscaled on a 4K, which is just crazy. They're not giving exact details on the SSD, yada, 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 a bunch of technical stuff. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, dude, this is insane. I'm so excited about this. I can't believe all of a sudden we've got a console war starting up when nobody saw this coming. This isn't announced at like some gaming event. This isn't E3. This isn't anything. Sony just woke up today. They decided to drop their pants, let it all hang out, and just be like, yo, what's up, Xbox? Where are you at? Now, Xbox has actually kind of acted back a little bit. They haven't actually announced anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we got maybe some hints or some details in the coming days or coming weeks, but they did make this tweet on Twitter, obviously. That's where you tweet. So, you know, kind of interesting. Let's take a look at that PlayStation tweet again. You guys can see what time was it exactly? 8:11 a.m. Do you guys see that right there? 8:11 a.m. Well, just a couple hours later, at 10:07 a.m., Xbox comes out with a tweet. Hubs up, briefing set, and E3 is officially on the way. Join us June 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific for an Xbox E3 briefing for all gamers. So that is not an accident. That tweet timing is not an accident. That's not a coincidence. That is kind of like their first response to it. You know, I don't know if they knew that PlayStation was going to do this today. It kind of seems like they were like, oh crap, we gotta you know, do something. But that's not to say that Xbox doesn't have crazy stuff on the way either. I mean, you guys know I definitely have played more PlayStation for this console generation than I have Xbox, but I mean, I'm totally open to either. I'm definitely going to be playing both no matter what happens, but who knows if Xbox is going to kind of, you know, take the reins back this year or the next console generation. We'll just have to wait and see. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I am so excited about this, man. Exciting stuff coming up for the next year. Hopefully we get some more details and stuff at E3 coming up in June. And I mean, it's a good time for gamers. So hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out.